Okay, it is the weekend again, but while other people are resting during the weekends, it is time for the swing traders to hustle and do our research.
Hello, computer.
For those of you who are new here, swing traders are not day traders. We do not look at the minute time frame, the hourly time frame, but instead we look at the daily time frame. This is more practical for people who have a day job, just like me, and the goal of the swing traders is to hold their positions overnight to capture large swings in the market. So, however, there's some pros and cons about that. So the cons is basically we are exposed to overnight risk, and the pros is we do not have to stay up all night, all morning, looking at charts. Instead, most of the research is done during the weekends or beforehand, where we plan our trade plans out, our exit strategy, and we just simply execute them on the day itself. In today's video, I'm going to give you an update about last video's picks, as well as some stocks that I'm looking at for the coming week, the 4th of January. Wait, it's already February? Damn. Alright friends, now we are in the charts. Now we're going to talk about, first one is BFT. Okay, this stock, I've talked about it a few times in my last few videos. Okay, I made 2 videos about this altogether, and recently I didn't really make much videos about this because there wasn't any more new news. It's just price movement, and in terms of price movement, I was pretty pleased. Okay, I was informing you guys that I'll be adding quite heavily, in the $13s and $14, and that proved to be kind of a bottom. Okay, as it consolidated around this area, and since then, it's a slow and steady climb, and when it reached around recently, it kind of popped up to around $18, $19 range. Okay, a very, very solid 25-30% pop. Okay, and my whole plan for this is I'm just going to continue holding my full position through this, and until they announce a merger date, okay, I'll be holding it through full positions. When it comes nearer to the merger date itself, then I might consider, taking some profits and cutting my positions. Next stock I'm going to talk about is Fubo, F-U-B-O. Okay, Fubo, I mentioned this in one of my videos. I talked about my bull case for this stock. And at $30, if it closed fully 1 bar above $30, that would be actually a buy. And after the recent pullback, I took some profits around this area around here. Okay, and when it hits around rock bottom, around $30.90, I actually added on my positions, and I added quite heavy actually, because it proved that it can actually reject around this area, and since then it popped up around now 25% up to $37, and now the next hurdle is seeing if it can break past this resistance level at this area. Just let me take out my doodle. Seeing if it can break past this resistance level over here, which is around $38. Okay, so if it can break past $38, okay, closing very nicely above this range around consolidating around the $38, $39 range, then I might actually consolidate around here and buy more positions around here so that it can have a further upside to 60. But however, if I see there's a lot of resistance and you can see this company, this stock itself reversing from the $40, $39, $40 resistance line, then I might actually take some profits, and wait for it to dip down back to the $30 before swinging it up again. Okay, and next stock I'm going to talk about is actually CLVS. Okay, this stock I mentioned in my top 4 stocks videos for last week. And CLVS, okay, I called it out around, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, this was a reversal play. I called it a reversal play. Okay, I called it around $5 and around $5-ish. Okay, $5.60 around there. And since then, okay, it just kind of moved very slowly up here, okay, forming another small resistance level around this area. It's consolidating around this line. Okay, just let me draw out again. Okay, it's consolidating around this line area. Okay, so overall, the gain for the entire week. So overall, the gain for the entire week is around 5%. Okay, for a reversal play. So I'm still holding this right for its further upside, because as a trend reversal play, what I'm using is a trailing stop loss, a TSL I mentioned before. Okay, so anything that happens, I'm just riding this up, okay, to its further upside, all the way up to maybe this major resistance level, or no, actually the major resistance level over here, which is around $10 to $15. Okay, and this is going to be a 1 to 2 month swing trade. So this is not those kind which I'm swinging for a couple of days and I'm out of the stock. It's the kind where I'm swinging for a bit of a longer term, and I can see it slowly but steadily climbing to around $10. Next stock I want to talk about is Dada. Okay, Dada was a Chinese e-commerce company that I called out. Okay, this was actually a breakout play. Okay, what I was trying to look at was actually a nice wedge over here. Can you see the wedge over here? A nice wedge over here, and I was looking for it to break out. Okay, so the thing about breakout plays is that you gotta have a little bit of patience, okay? Because sometimes the breakout plays, it takes some time to consolidate. You never know, okay? You'll just keep consolidating around here until any major news comes out, okay? And you will squeeze very, very high, okay? And the thing about breakout plays, right, that I'm looking at, are the companies, those companies that I'm looking at for the breakout play have a very, very high chance of, those kind of short squeeze where suddenly there'll be a huge spike in price because firstly, it's been in a range for quite some time. Secondly, okay, there's a lot of people looking at this stock. Okay, there's a lot of people looking at this, and hence, a lot of people will be looking to buy the stop losses over here, stop losses over here, stop losses over here. So anytime it breaks out, it will cause a massive squeeze upwards or downwards. So in this kind of breakout plays, okay, always remember to put your stop losses in place. And when it squeezes to the further upside, okay, that's where the profits are to be made. Okay, so data for the coming week, okay, I'm just going to hold my positions through it. Okay, if anytime it comes to around around $40, it is a buy, it is a add, okay, and set a stop loss a little bit below that, around $36, just in case it breaks down to the further downside. Okay, and that's about it for data. Okay, and now let's talk about CRSR. Okay, CRSR was Corsair Gaming. Corsair Gaming, it was quite a highly convicted play last week. Okay, but didn't really do much. Okay, it kind of consolidated around here. Okay, my trend line, my squeeze or my wedge didn't come true in the end. So now I'm gonna draw a new one. Okay, let me clear my drawings, right? Okay, right now it's still gonna squeeze. Okay, it's actually forming, in a sense, a very, very nice, it's not really squeezing actually, it's forming a very nice little range that is actually forming. Okay, it's a very nice range. You can see that its highs, let me clear that again. Okay, you can see that it's forming a very nice range. Okay, its highs are always, okay, its highs are always around $44, around there, and its lows are always around $33. Okay, so in a sense, if you are able to buy any, right, from $33 to $35, okay, if you're able to buy in at these prices, I would say it's a buy. Because why do I say this? Okay, anytime you can buy around this area, right, you have so much more upside, to go even when it hits the resistance around here, and you can actually swing this kind of small little ranges over here, swing this area. Okay, so we can swing all the way from $33, 33. Okay, you can swing all the way, let's see, all the way up to around 43. Okay, $43. And that is quite a solid like 25% to 30% gain. Okay, and that's pretty good actually. So anytime you can add on 43, right? Okay, I can see it safely, rebounding up to the $43 levels from 33. And again, you'll always keep testing this support, this resistance level again and again. Okay, which it failed multiple times, once, twice, and maybe it's gonna go up again. Okay, let me just clear again. Okay, maybe it's gonna go up again. It's gonna get rejected down again. So honestly, this swing, right, this nice little swing over here is a good place to make some profits. Okay, it's a good place to swing. Okay, so Corsair Gaming, I'm very bullish. And again, this company, okay, after it trades in the range for enough time, maybe it starts squeezing smaller. Okay, it starts squeezing smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It can actually have a chance for a breakout. Okay, so that's it for Corsair Gaming. Okay, now next I'm going to talk about NLS, which is Nathalius. Okay, Nathalius, again, as I say, is the competitor to Peloton. It's a home gym company, and I was saying in the last video, this was some of my more high conviction trades or swing trades that I'm looking at, because honestly, you can see that although it's respecting the 20 MA, okay, recently has been started to respect the 100 moving average. Okay, and I was calling it out when it was at around, let's say, around 1960, 1950, and recently for the week it's been up around 5-6%, 7-ish. Okay, it's not a lot, but however, I said again, breakout trades is a breakout trade. So breakout trade, you gotta wait, you gotta be patient. Okay, you can see that this breakout trade is actually coming to a very, very nice conclusion very soon. Okay, I can see the squeeze coming so soon again. As you can see, it's squeezing tighter and tighter and tighter, and it actually hit a high over here. Okay, and it's again, you can see it's squeezing tighter. So next one is going to drop a little bit. It's going to squeeze a little bit, stop a little bit, squeeze a little bit. Then when it reaches a point where there's too many eyes on this and there's a catalyst that comes out, it's either going to squeeze upwards or downwards. Okay, and as I say, this kind of breakout trades, the risk to reward ratio is always super good, because you can just set a stop loss over here, where if it goes to the downside, you get stopped out over here and you can just take your losses. Okay, but if it breaks out to the further upside, okay, there's so much room to go. You can see that its highs was around here. It's around here, right? Which is around $28. Okay, and $28 from $21 is a very, very solid 30%, 25 to 30%. Okay, insane upside. Okay, and this company, okay, I'm really liking this company. As I said, Peloton has been, his market cap has been quite overvalued these days, and I feel that any competitor to Peloton and this micro cap company, $500 million, okay, has so much more room to grow, and I'll be looking, to add up in this coming week if it starts to squeeze a little bit more tighter. And that's really it for NLS. Okay, and NLS, right, is actually one of the top 3 stocks I'm actually looking at for the coming week. Okay, yeah, and then I just give you my thesis on that. Okay, so it's like a bring over from last week. So NLS is one of the top 3 stocks that I'm looking for this week. And right now I'm going to give you 2 more that I'm actually looking at for this coming week. Okay, and the second one, okay, is actually workhorse. Okay, and workhorse, you can see there's an interesting pattern that comes out over here. Okay, I always like to catch this kind of nice little consolidation patterns, okay, and you see it's very beautiful over here. It's super beautiful, and you can see that, okay, it's all the way down and it's squeezing tighter and tighter again. Okay, again, you can see it's squeezing tighter and tighter and tighter, and all it needs is some catalyst, maybe some delivery orders, delivery numbers, even the USPS contract, and this were absolutely squeezed to the massive to upside. Okay, $30, breaking past it, $40, very possible, because given the hype that many investors have on this company itself, I can see a lot of investors looking at this, and any news that comes out that is positive, especially the USPS contract, will actually destroy this price movement all the way upwards. Okay, so that's a very bullish point for this company. Again, right now, as I said, whenever I'm looking for these kind of nice squeezes, right, this kind of a range wedge, right, I always like to buy at the lower points. Okay, I don't really like to buy at the higher points, because the risk to reward is lesser, right? Okay, so if I'm buying at a lower point, right, there's so much more. This is the reward, right? This is the reward. Yes, the reward. Okay, and the downside, okay, the stop loss I can put the previous low over here, right? And my risk, right, is so low. You can see my risk to reward, okay, is at least 1 to 3. 1 to 3, 1 to 4, depending on the how much you can squeeze up. Okay, so you can see the risk reward ratio is very good, and hence, I'll always like to buy the lows. And the good thing about this, okay, is you can see that right now, this is the 100 moving average. I always like to use the 100 moving average to determine whether this is an uptrend or a low trend. Okay, and you can see that it's respecting this 100 moving average very strongly. Okay, even when it broke down over here, right, it closed back up pretty soon. Okay, one day after, it just closed back up already above this line. So at this area, right here, right, at this area, okay, at this area right now at $22.50, $23.51, okay, around there, it is a very good chance to add to your positions. Okay, I really feel it's a good place to add, and set a stop losses below the previous swing low, which is around here. Okay, around, let's see, I'll put it around, let's see, $19.41. Okay, and it has massive upside to come. Okay, and that's it for workhorse. Okay, and Blink charging station, Blink. Okay, so Blink is another one. Okay, another one. This is a more of a trend capture play, where this company has been trending upwards like crazy, but recently it has a nice little pullback back to a area of value. Okay, and this is an area of value. Okay, if anybody of you who do not know what an area of value is, okay, please go to my playlist of tutorials, go to my tutorials, go and watch my tutorials, and I explain to you, what is I make tutorials on overreaction plays, trending plays, many kind of tutorials to teach you about where to buy at, how to be a better swing trader, and those are more the tutorial kind of videos. So go and watch those, okay? Those videos are very helpful, okay? And I really hope you get a lot of value out of that. But back to the point today now, the Blink, right? Blink, you can see that it's all the way here. Okay, and you can see, yes, it is struggling. Okay, it's really struggling. Okay, it's really looking at this area right here, and it's like, oh, should I break down? Should I break downwards, or should I go upwards? Okay, if it actually managed to reverse, okay, I can see it reversing back safely to around the $59 range. But if it breaks down, okay, there's actually a chance for quite a bit of a downside. So what is my plan? Okay, my plan, okay, I probably will put a stop loss over here, around here, and I hope it will squeeze up here and respecting this trend line over this moving average over here. Squeeze, and might break up to the further upside depending on any fundamental news. Okay, so reiterate again, okay, my stop loss will be around here, around $40, okay, from its current value around $44, around $40 out is my stop loss, because if you don't want to stay too tight, you might get stopped out and waste your trade. And because sometimes it might break a little bit down, although you can see that it's quite respecting this quite safely. But I can see that there's a lot of pressure to push this price back up again, and I'm loading it up for the further upside for Blink. Okay, and yeah, and that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Okay, this is the top 3 stocks for this coming week, and I really hope you guys made a lot of money from this. And again, as I said, don't be overconfident. Okay, always do your trade plans, always do your research, and always find companies that have a good risk to reward ratio for you to trade. Okay, don't be too emotionally invested in a few companies which you just kind of love or you understand very well and you just want to trade those. Okay, there's so many opportunities out there. Okay, always find one with a better risk to reward ratio to trade from. Okay, and as always, thank you very much for watching this video. Okay, I hope you gain a massive value out of this. Subscribe for my weekly stock updates like this, okay, and for my tutorials, for the educational content, and just give an early like for this video. Okay, I'll really appreciate it massively, and I think it's going to be a good trading day ahead. Stock is laid out.